how does Boston entertainment's market grow in total? Like, I think we were talking about this a little bit, but like a city kind of needs like a studio or a music label or something to develop real commerce in the city. These big films come here and they get tax credits, which is awesome. And some people have said like, well, you know, for those like little extra parts, they should hire local talent and stuff like that. But how does that happen where Boston becomes like a rivaling entertainment market similar to like a New York or LA?
Well, we're never going to compete with New York or LA. It's just not going to happen. You know, the
Truth bomb. Boom.
It's true. I mean, the infrastructure there is just too, you know, you're talking 150 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's just, we're in a great time in media and entertainment. You know, anyone can do anything from anywhere. You know, it's a gig economy, and I think Boston's benefiting from that. All these movies come, and these people. I have a friend of mine he's a technical guy for the movies. He does all the electronics and electrical and all that, and he's working all the time, man. There's constantly productions here now, so. You know, I'm on my own now, so what you said before, you know, a writer will get paid and then you don't get paid. Like, I get paid and then I don't get paid for 6 months, you know, and it's like, that's a little scary. You know, I don't have a steady stream of income like I used to when I was a reporter, but
you're nuts. You're meant for this.
Well, and I also just think it's the economy we're in now, and if you want to do what you love, like, you might have to just go get it, and you might have to go get a job. Like, you know, if you want to work in the movies, like, there's an opportunity to work in the movies in Boston now. You just got to go figure out how to do it and figure out what you're good at, you know, and then, yeah, you might have to move to New York, or maybe you get hired to go do a movie in Toronto, and then you come back. Like, another friend of mine is a producer. She works for HGTV, and she does those like house flipping shows, and she's a producer on it. And they'll hire her for like 5 episodes, and then she doesn't work for 6 months.
She's a line producer or executive producer?
Yeah, she's a line producer, yeah. So, you know, my point is, like, you don't have to live in New York or LA to get these kind of jobs. You just have to get the connections.
I mean, like, yeah, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, how do people make
the infrastructure
real money here?
Yeah. Well,
Will
these people are all making real money. I mean, Ben Mesrick's making real money, and he lives on Boylston Street. You know, Bitcoin Billionaires, his book is one of the number 1 books in the country right now.
Let's rob him.
So, you know, you know, there's the big studio out in Fort Devens. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
There's a giant
Megaplex.
Yeah, there's a giant studio, and that's a busy studio. And there's a friend of mine runs a company called Media Boss, and
that's not 4 Point Media.
They're busy all the time, though. Like, I think my answer is, like, you know, is Warner Brothers going to locate here? Is, you know, some giant record label going to open up here? Like, probably not. But there's tons of opportunities, and there's tons of people doing. I mean, look at what you told me about the guy here, the engineer here. I mean, that's a great example. You know, of there's a lot, and he's just one. There's a lot of people doing that. I know. I have a friend in Taunton that's a producer, and he does major label stuff all the time. You know, they'll send him, hey, go to see this guy. You know, he gets post work, you know, and stuff like that.
Dave's direct, and he's blunt. But I do want to hear a little more optimism out of you. Come on, man. It could get bigger. It could get bigger than you're imagining it.
No, I think, yeah, I mean, look, I mean, you got City on a Hill right now, which is on Showtime, just got renewed.
Smilf.
Canceled.
Bummer.
But, you know...
you seen Central Intelligence?
I haven't seen that one, no.
Dude, the all-star cast in that movie is unbelievable.
I got to see it.
I know.
But, you know, Ryan Reynolds is filming a movie right now here. Adam Sandler's filming one in Salem right now. Mm-hmm. So I think it is pretty big in Boston. I think, you know, if you had to, it's probably like L.A., New York.
Georgia, Atlanta.
Yeah, I think Atlanta and Boston are pretty much next. And
Toronto and Vancouver.
Toronto, Vancouver. Those are like the second-tier markets. I think we're a second-tier entertainment market.
Back to my point real quick about the Central Intelligence all-star cast. So, yeah, there was The Rock.
The Rock, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then third, there was Connor Holloway was in that one, which was... How did they cast him? He's got a great agent, man. That's pretty wild. I heard he had like 2 seconds of screen time.